Good morning. I'm not awake. No, no, not really. No, gosh, no. I am not awake. There's something in my smoke. There was. Intriguing. Okay. I saw coffee upstairs. I just started the coffee. I think I hit the button. I hope I hit the button. Oh, gosh. I woke up like 5 minutes to 6 and went, oh, okay. We haven't been going. Oh, wait. I'm going, wait. It's a goal to be on time. Yeah, no. Yeah. I'm not awake. Oh, no, no. All right, but we could do this because we will do this. I mean, sheesh, yeah. Yeah. I will be successful. Uh, Good morning. It is Monday. We are in this work week. We are in Monday. Monday. So good morning to you. Welcome to the Wise One channel. I am your host, Lady Caren. Completely crazy. I have a crazy life because I handle my crazy with crazy. And we will figure out how to get from practically homeless, no job, no car, nice breakup, to our dream castle. I don't know if you're on this channel for the first time hearing this, I have this cutesy little dream. Yeah. I have a dream of owning a castle, a self-sustaining happiness castle. The castle will be self-sustained for itself. I will be self-sustaining happiness fulfillment for myself, providing the environment for my family and loved ones to have self-sustaining happiness. You can't actually make people happy. You can just provide for them the means for themselves, the environment, the means for themselves to gain their own happiness. I mean, yeah. I thought today about touching on my core philosophies. Philosophies? Yeah, that's not how you spell philosophies. I need those little red squiggly lines to pop up and go, did you really mean philosophicals? Did you really mean psychological? Alright. Hopefully the coffee maker will be on. Hopefully I've hit the button. Fingers crossed. I'm not like, just like, boom, get here on time. Alright. But we'll breathe. Relax. I'm gonna light some incense, and we're gonna figure out our intent for the day too. Things that we intend for the day. I focused on getting a job first, and since I'm fortunate enough to have to live in a house with two people who have two cars, so I can work at getting a vehicle. And if a vehicle has to come first before the idea that I had for the RV, the Class C RV, where it has the vehicle inside it, and that way I could just take my house and work on only going, one or two places. in a day, if that, in a week. Stocking, even if it's boondocking for a week, and just like toting water. I wonder, like, how they do water sources. I'm gonna have to research where they boondock water sources. And, like, where would you be able to pick up water in an RV? I have no event scheduled. What is with Google? Because I know I have interview at 11. So I still have the Amazon thing, but the Amazon is not a cheap job. Industrial is great. I mean, it's a job, but it's a high risk job. You screw up at Amazon, I mean, they fire you. It's not like you have a cashier drawer where, you have a $2 limit where you screw up and handed out the change wrong, or like somebody cheated you and you counted back and you didn't know any better because you were, in high school or something, and you're learning math, and did the whole, like, no, no, I want to change. Oh, no, 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 this isn't going to work. No, no, no. You hand back change like 15 different times. Keep it straight. Don't be a victim of that. Keep it straight. Count back the change. Count it out. Keep the total. Check. Show proof. I mean, if you have to call back your manager, it's better to call back your manager in a slammed, peak hours, and get your drawer right for you, because you're the one who has to go to bed at night thinking about your drawer. So do what's right for you. That's something you can live with to help you sleep better at night. Mandalorian. Watch that show episode. I don't understand why they picked up that guy and why all of a sudden, he was such an a-hole. Such an asshole. And then all of a sudden his character was somebody we could love to grow, or grow to love, in a later episode, in a later season, where he's just like, oh, where he blew up a base, a stormtrooper base. And not that I condone blowing up a stormtrooper base, but the fact that it was led by these extremists that would cause, like, a lot of harm. But probably not the best way to do it. But I mean, the fact that he blew it up so that he could sleep better at night, the fact that his actions were led by his consciousness. Yeah, sure, he could have picked being with the stormtroopers and handed in the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda, or the keys that, kept Baby Yoda, safe, whatever, in custody. But he chose to work with the Mandalorian and, yeah, blew up the stormtrooper base so that he could sleep better at night, instead of having the stormtroopers cause issues that make it so he couldn't sleep at night. I mean, live by the actions that help you sleep better at night. That kind of thing. But that being said, with the exceptions, like, you saw so and so with a girl, that's your best friend's boyfriend. Should you tell her? Is it yours to tell? I mean, you could approach the guy and you're like, hey, you tell her what's going on, or you're not going to take the responsibilities to do that. you know, and, to tell somebody something. That, on the other hand, is, what is your responsibility to tell somebody something? Yeah, culturally, how we handle certain situations, certain, um, I did not smell coffee. I am gonna go check on that button. You wanna come with me? The house is an extreme mess. You wanna just stare at the ceiling? Maybe the top of my head. Come with me. Look at the coffee pot. It's not this down here. I moved into where they stored everything, so the upstairs is way nicer, way nicer. But downstairs is I kind of just cleaned out what we needed to live while we temporarily lived here. Um, and I work at it section by section. So this section has been worked out. That section has not. That section just kind of that's a new section that got piled on my work. But I'm going to check that coffee. And then we're going to come down here. And we're going to get this done. We're going to have goals. We're going to do them. We're going to accomplish goals. Because I'm crazy. My life is crazy. And my stomach is grumbling. And you never know what you're going to get on the Wise One channel. You may end up with, oh, we're quilting. This is how you quilt. And we're going to get all this quilting done. Or, Sacred Circle Tarot by Anna Franklin and Paul Mason, illustrated by Paul Mason, and reading as usual in the mornings. Yes, we'll have that all going. Oh my gosh, we are now painting on this channel. You are going to get anything and everything, and you're going to get it raw and unedited. Probably with this job, I'll probably hop onto Fiverr and find some sort of editing that I'll teach myself how to edit so that it's not so overwhelming. I will get monetized down here so that it'll go towards here. It'll go towards making it more cinematic. It's because it's pretty. The lighting, the pretty lighting. Oh, talking about lighting. The lights in the other room. I didn't notice the lighting until I just talked about it. Like the lighting. Yeah, we'll get the lighting all pretty. We'll get the cinematic feel to the channel. We'll work on these things. We'll break it up into goals and we will do it. The life of the channel depends on it. Depends on your likes. Depends on your subscribing. Oh, yes. But if you had a crazy friend, I'm it. On YouTube, I'm it. I'm that person that my hair is going all over the place. It feels weird. Okay. I love it though. Like petting a whole nother, it's a whole nother creature. Independent. But yeah. I'm going to go see if coffee's actually on. You can come with me. The mess isn't going to stay like this, so don't freak out for those who actually freak out about messes, because people have freaked out about about messes, and it does not equate to horrible, terrible things. Just because, some people freak out. But if it were to stay like this forever and ever and ever, yeah, that would be freaking out if it were to add on and not be going through. But this was so that the other place, when we hang out upstairs, is nicer. Yeah, let me wrap a cord around me. Don't mind if I end up with little red bumps all over them. It's just the electronics. You don't want to see the top of my head. Ugh. I've been moving it back to this part of the head so that this part of the head could heal eventually. With a job, I'm gonna have all right, all the needs are put up together. Oh, I've got housing. Oh, I've got transportation. I've got so far the government is helping me out with food. So I'll be able to do my own food. And, get this going, get that going, and then move on to electronics. I apologize to you guys if you guys are looking for content where you're prioritized in my life. To a certain point, because it looks like, that some people do better for their YouTube than they probably do for their real life. I mean, if you look at some back behind the scenes things where, they do it all for the video, Sorry you guys aren't I'm not doing it all for the likes. I'm hoping what I can do is find the content that I love to give you guys and content that I love to make and find my audience that likes this. So hopefully I will be doing more because I noticed that a lot of people hopped on for the cleaning. So hopefully I'll get equipment. That'll be the fun part, will be the equipment for the shows for doing the cleaning for those who hopped on for that, because that's something that I have to do it anyways. If I can do it with a camera and do it and show you guys, definitely content to be getting. Cooking, cleaning, more witchcraft, more, this is how I became successful with being crazy, more, cute and adorable kids on here, uh, because my kids are cute and adorable. Yeah, I can't help it, that's just a fact. Just their charisma is just as it is. I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to hide it. But I'm not going to throw the camera on it and go, you have to be charismatic. No, no. I just let their natural charismatic way be and hope that they build a character of happiness with themselves. That's what the environment I'm going to provide and help them grow that is that who they are, their core feelings of who and what they are, who they're designed to be for themselves is grown. So the fact that they've got some charismatic characteristics, I'm not gonna, you know, if it goes, it goes. If it grows in a different direction, that's for them. But they really want to do YouTube, so yeah, probably pop them on the channel and yeah, they're cute, they're adorable, and they love it. So as long as they're getting their education and they're getting their food and they're getting their clean water and their clothes and their stuff, then they shouldn't have to. Then they can be. This is secondary result of having all your shit in order. So, but it does help me get up in the morning and strive. Like when I don't have to work for other people, this teaching me to work for myself. And that's important for a lot of people. That is a core. That is a thing, a behavior that I'm getting up here not because I'm getting paid, but I'm getting up here to create. I'm getting up here to be with the viewers, to be on YouTube, to get up to, it's not just get up to pour coffee. Because I would live my life getting up to pour coffee and doing creative little coffee things, which is if this job interview doesn't go well, I might just go as barista because that is one of my jobs, one of my dream jobs to do in and day out without freaking out, without feeling imprisoned and without feeling NPC like would be making donuts and coffee. I should have married a cop and made homemade donuts and fresh coffee, grown a freaking coffee tree and just done that. I would have made a cop a very happy person. A Boston cop. Oh, that would be funny. That would be ironic. That would be an interesting life. Be like, yeah, my restaurant would serve bakery goods, donuts goods, and coffee. Be like, attract all the cops. Be a coffee. It would be like a cop hut spot. Sure, they'd come in and out of the police station, but if you can't find the cops, they're probably at the castle drinking coffee and eating donuts and watching people make sewing their own pillows out of their favorite shirts that they don't want to get rid of because it's their lucky lucky shirt, and it's what helps them win the games. So you're gonna watch somebody they're gonna watch probably some gamer who goes like, "But this is my lucky shirt. I'm not getting rid of my lucky shirt," and them sewing it into like a pillow so that they could have a pillow in their lap while they're sitting there gaming. You know, yeah. Life, what it could be. It's fun to imagine life. In my head, I've got so many. They're just, dreaming and, it just imagine, just imagine, how life could be. It's my strongest. It's my strongest characteristic trait because I've got this, oh, it would be so nice to like do this and to do that and to just do. And, and I could preach about it. The easiest thing in the morning is to preach about it. But to do it, that is my level up in life. That is outside my comfort zone because the applications of it would be like some factors that I hadn't experienced before, that I hadn't known existed to experience. I still don't smell coffee. We're going upstairs to check coffee because, yeah, I'm going to touch this thing for now. Come with me. Come with me. You know you want to. Be like, come get close and personal with Lady Caren. And she goes, don't mind the mess around in the studio. Okay, so we carved, yeah, all this stuff is in storage. So we don't have to pay for actual storage. Because that would rob you. Alright, we're going to go up and we're going to see if I hit that cute little button on the coffee maker. Look at the quality of the camera and the plane. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's working. You good? Are you okay? Do you want to wash your hands off? Are you okay? No, I don't care as long as you're okay. There's nothing to be sorry about. You hurting yourself, you shouldn't have to apologize. Okay, we're going to carefully make ourselves a cup of coffee. Okay, so we need creamer. It's in here. I know it is. Okay. I would say, who puts all this leftover stuff in here? But that's me. Okay, so we're going to be quiet. We're going to be very, very, very quiet. Creamer. Okay. I'll do that after the show. Okay. Got a little bit clean up here. Because I know I'm going to step in it. Okay. I'll do this. All right. All right. Let's real quick. And my lotion is in the other room. It's going to go in the compost because I'm an idiot. Dinner. I can't believe I wasted that. All right. Coffee. Okay. Put some spices in. Coffee. Okay, so we're going to be very careful. can charge the device. Yeah. Okay. Let's get some tarot done. Now that we've been at this for half an hour, my hands are all now dried out from washing them. Okay. Usually I have the lotion, but the lotion's in the other room. Oh, I needed that. Want that, need that. I don't know. Coffee. Coffee's definitely a need. Hi! Your wall clock seems to be, yes, 10 minutes fast. That's how the helps by Dad out. It's his house. Oops. I guess it's on time. No, the wall clock's 10 minutes fast. Definitely 10 minutes fast. Waiting for you to finish making your coffee. Yeah, sorry about taking so long. Yeah. Yep. I just hope my uncle's okay. All right. You ready for tarot? Did you have a question for the tarot cards? You can ask a question and I will try to answer with a 1-card draw. Yeah, the wall clock is definitely fast. 10 minutes. It's better than being ladled. I, on the other hand, like accurate time. So my clock, I go by my phone. So yeah. Didn't know you did tarot. Yep, I do tarot cards. I'm not very good at it when it comes to doing it for others. No, it's not that I'm not very good. It's like the cards come out pretty good. It's learning the interpretation of them because the cards come out weird and accurate. Tell me my problem in life. All right. The breeze. Make sure I'm pronouncing this correctly. I can't read worth crap. Okay, the breeze. All right. I will, because I get very nervous, I'm going to go ahead and read it from the book when I draw it out. So I'm going to, your problem in life. Will respond honestly. That works. Honesty is always the best policy. Okay. Ooh, right side up. Your problem in life is right side up. All right, we have Prudence, 7 of disc. It's pretty. All right. Discs are on the back of the book. 5 of discs. All right. The 7 of disc, denervation meaning. All right. The 7 of disc indicates that you are not prepared for work for what you want, but think that you will take a shortcut. A quick scheme that seems too good to be true. Too good to be true. That seems too good to be true. Is too good to be true. There's the is, but okay. Invest in it and you will lose considerable amount of money. If you are hoping that this big gambling win will change your life, you are in for disappointment. These pipe dreams are preventing you from putting in the time and consistent effort that will need to be successful. You will neglect a profitable occupation in favor of mirages that will provoke quarrels and earn you criticism. Spiritually, this card is warning you that there is no shortcut in growth and that you should beware of any person or any sect that offers them. You cannot buy it or take it in a pill. You must earn it. That is a hard pill to swallow, the fact that you must earn things slowly. That has turned me away in most of my early adulthood from trying to earn money and find a career. But so I'm at it. So I'm like at this, like I do for the YouTube. Is I've been at this for 6 years, but I'm not giving up and I'm not here to make a profit on YouTube. But I do have to earn money. I do have to go out and get a job and all that other fun stuff to get to the successful dream that I strive to make. So even if I lose, even if I don't make it, but I strive towards it and I fail and I keep striving towards it, I will make something that'll work. Um, and that's really how it works at life. You just keep at it and you put the invest because you're still going to need it later. You're still going to need to make the money later. You're still going to, you know, you're still going to have to, what you want to put your efforts in. So put your efforts in, whether it's a struggle or it streamlines things, put it towards something you really, 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 really love. So you're going to invest your time into something, invest it in something that you can wake up to every day. Whether or not you want to do it, you're still willing to do it because it's passionate, because you're passionate about it. I am unemployed and I scrape by to exist. I'm currently in your boat. I'm like close to homelessness, but I worked out with my dad about whether or not to stay here. So I'm like, I got to provide. So I've been job hunting. Amazon is hiring. Um, you're probably not near here though. Like we have an Amazon factory that just went up in Grand Rapids. My ex is probably the one putting on the conveyor belts, the electric, hooking up the conveyor belts with the electric part of the conveyor belts. So I'm like, if I work there, that's an interesting cycle. So yeah, they just mass hired. I mean, as long as you pass a drug test and you pass a background test, that's the only thing where, like, I went in to take the drug test and they took a picture for my badge. What Rapids? Grand Rapids. I live in the Mitten. So please don't stalk me. Beautiful, wonderful viewers. I have such a small audience. Please don't stalk me. But yeah, I live in the Mitten. And so I could tell you, where Grand Rapids is on the Mitten. Like actually it's like this. So here's like the lakes and here's the little part of it and here's the Great Lakes. Grand Rapids is like here's Lansing and Lansing and Detroit. And you have like the UP up here. And then you have like what's it called? Grand Rapids is up by Highway 2. Oh, you have a Grand Rapids by Highway 2. Are you in Michigan? Because I've talked to people that were in India. I've talked to people that were in, why do I want to say Siberia? Russia. No, they were in Russia. Oops. That's Michigan and you're in Minnesota. Yeah, a lot of that's a fun thing when I started, like, after my honeymoon of my, second wedding? Yeah, my second wedding for my honeymoon. Second marriage honeymoon. We went to Indiana, and I started, like, traveling and learning that all these states have, like, similar cities. If you can find hell in Michigan, you can find hell in a couple other states, I think. I think. No. But there are a couple of cities that are like we have cities that are the same, you know. But yeah, Grand Rapids. But check to see if Amazon, the the actual company Amazon, go to their website. Don't just go to like a job listing because I got spammed with job listings. For the last couple of weeks, I went to actual job. I looked up the company. I went to their website and I went into careers under there to find a job. And Facebook was the only one where I started getting actual replies from actual companies. Like that's how I went. I went into Facebook. I went into jobs on Facebook, and I went in and got into Amazon. Oh, cool! Over the Big Mac twice. That is cool. Yeah, I've been into Minnesota. I drive out to my two eldest kids are in a whole nother state, because I like to get married and divorced. Apparently, it's not something that I consciously like, but apparently my subconscious is like, no. So I get involved with guys, and then and it's not guys that I'm attracted to either. So I don't know. I just love love. I had to find that out for a long time. I didn't know how much I loved love. I love people who are in love. I love the concept of love and Cupid and people getting in relationships and having a happily ever after. It's worth the work though. But yeah, Amazon was just like mass hiring. You just clicked and it's basically, here's orientation. You just fill out a survey. Here's your orientation. Here's your safety video. We're doing this all online. Come on in and we're going to give you a drug test and well, they don't tell you you're going to take a drug test. They're like, here's the site. Here's your instructions. Check your email like a lot. And then you just take a drug test, get a picture for your badge. It's like you're hired. So if you don't have drug test problems or background check problems, then you're pretty much hired. And then, yeah, I mean, find your passion. I mean, if that's something just to get your foot in the door of employment, unless that's something that you'd feel good about just working, their factories, they've got their fresh markets, they've got but I've got another interview today. And then, you know, just keep job hunting. I mean, job hunting is a job. I get it. I get divorced after 20 years. Oh, now that's an investment and an expectation. And I can't pass a drug test now. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't pass the drug test. But yeah, you might want to look at let's see, what can somebody do who can't pass a drug test to make money right now? That's because it's telling you not to. I mean, the cards are advising you. How seriously you want to take the tarot cards is up to you. But I mean, how literal, it's an interpretation. It's something that people do. They look for the get rich quick thing. I'm looking to right now put pizza delivery. Yes, pizza delivery is awesome. Like Uber, or if you've got a car, like you said, you just drove over the Big Mac twice. I mean, if you've got a way to get a car, Uber, man, Uber Eats, Lyft. I mean, take it and do it professionally. Like, be professional about it. Don't be a butt. Be safe. Pizza delivery. Yeah, I would do pizza delivery. If I had to do pizza delivery, I would definitely do pizza delivery. I mean, but I don't have a vehicle right now. I'm coming from the point where I don't have a vehicle, I don't have a job, and I don't have housing because I broke up and I was the homemaker. I sucked at it because I was depressed. So I've gotten, I would say I've gotten out of depression. I live with bipolar, so it's not like I'm cured out of depression, but I have been making leaps and bounds lately with eating right, exercising, and if you have, but I understand you can't always get that food, that good food. I mean, sometimes all you can do is live on pizza. If you've got a pizza delivery job, you can live on pizza. I'm broke, but have a car and no debt. Oh, there you go. You're further along than I am. So yeah, there you go. Um, yeah, the drugs aren't easy though. Those are expensive. I thought about talking to my doctor about Adderall. I'm like, Adderall? Yeah, for attention deficit disorder. I have it. It's not like I can't get it. I qualify. Drugs are, no, they're not free. No, I was trying to think how you're going to do this with drugs. I'm like, a drug addict. I mean, that can't, in and of itself, it can't be good. But I mean, start someplace. Eventually, you're going to want to address the drug problem. At some point, some people do, but it's not the drugs that are things. Sometimes it's the things that like that led you to want the drugs in the first place. Already make people kind of hyper, in my opinion. Adderall makes people kind of hyper. Yeah, but it also makes them focused oriented, like getting tasks done. So instead of the whole bipolar, start a whole bunch of, that's good that you don't drink. I don't really get the opportunity to drink, so I don't drink either. I don't have the money for it. Yeah, focus is, yeah, it's true. Focusing is, it makes, like, I can make a whole bunch of stuff that I want to do, but if I don't focus on that one thing at a time, I'm not going to accomplish it. Because eventually, I mean, like, the question is whether or not you can put the drugs down and, like, stop taking drugs, or if it's something where you're compulsively taking it and it's something you can't currently control yourself about, because control is an illusion. But I mean, if that's something that you're going to want to address, because no matter what job you get, it's going to be sitting there like, it's only weed. Oh, well, go get a license. If it's just weed, go get a license, and then you can get whatever job. Go get a medical license. Go talk to a doctor. There's 101 things to qualify for medical weed. I mean, yeah, just, I mean, with the license to work, and yeah, you can get a job. Just, I mean, like, yeah, yeah, it's not cheap. Oh, there you go. Work, get yourself licensed, and then go jump through the hoops to sell it. Sell it online. Yep, yep. Go join. There's a whole process. There's like cannabis oil. Who was selling cannabis oil? I was at a travel agency, not at. I was doing a travel agency thing online where they also do cannabis oil. Sell cannabis oil. I mean, travel agency. There was. Let's see if I can look it up. You can sell cannabis. I mean, you can get yourself certified, and yeah, the medical weed license costs $100. That's, when you're broke, that's difficult. But I mean, there's got to be, somebody's got to have done it. Go in on it with somebody who's got $100, maybe. I mean, the whole weed industry is booming right now. It's, yeah, I know somebody who's doing edibles stuff, so sell it, sell it like illegally. Get the money to sell it legally. I'm not saying that online. I am not condoning illegal activity online on YouTube. If you're polar, would CB benefit you? I tried it. Somebody gave it to somebody else I who offered it to me. I tried it for a day. I did not. I would have to get a different, um, what do you call it? Strain, a different DNA type. The one that I took did not react well with a downer. I did not react well at all with a downer. It was not fun. I was a mess. I was a puddle. So I worked very hard to be a positive person. It's something that I practice. I tried weed, and I felt like my blood just kind of like froze and just sludged and just like stayed there. And I felt very cold. My muscles felt very sore, and I had no filter in my mouth, and everything came out. So the fact that I live bipolar, there's times where I live with both depression and manic, where I feel on top of the world and everything's great, and I'm depressed at the same time. There are times where it happens both. Um, so I work at, because I understand I affect people around me. So when I have close friends, I strive towards the positive in the situation, to leave them positive, as so that, just work on that, so that you build that. Um, and every negative fear and everything that I held back behind walls and walls of the no filter. So negative and positive, it all came out. It just all came out. I was in a puddle. It was not good. It was not good at all. I did not have a good action, so I did not talk to my doctor about it. I had considered it. Sometimes I like to try stuff before I talk to my doctor. Be like, yes, let's try this. But yeah, if yeah, so I did not. So I'm not really a good candidate for Canvas. I've noticed some people that it does help. It's great for them, and I love to see other people improve. Um, yeah, like I said, like I have positive and negative sometimes going on in two very opposite directions all at once, and I have to choose. Sometimes I have to make a conscious decision, but what I let on the outside because it's all a lot going on the inside at any given time. That canvas, there was no filter. There was no choosing what came out. It just all came out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I know somebody that helps with their back pain. I did not, my muscles were very sore actually from my back and my muscles that the blood kind of felt stagnant. I didn't feel like I was getting blood flow or circulation. I know a nurse that has been on Adderall and smokes weed for 10 years now, and I think they make her she may have been. Yeah, there are a lot of people that I've seen that self-medicate that, because it has highs and lows, they try to regulate it with, like, alcohol or some sort of, downer, and then they get themselves up in the morning, and I don't like that. I'm a control freak. I would like yeah, I don't want something that makes me up and down all the time. It's like because then things that I can't control come out. And yeah, manic depressions and etc. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of times, sometimes before it's diagnosed, before they do something that draws the attention that needs medical attention, that they'll live with it for like years and they'll just self medicate with uppers and lowers in life. And I'm just like, nope. Alcohol, no. No. I need to be of my wits, to be aware, to be alive, to be, with it. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. And it helps other people when they figure it out. They have to figure it out anyways. I mean, like, for themselves, mostly. This is how I'm figuring it out for myself right now. So yeah, yeah, you definitely, if you have issues, like, you definitely want to see a professional. But yeah, if you talk to a doctor and see if insurance will help cover, will insurance cover the $100 for the license, the weed, or, I don't know. I mean, generally, if you think about it, how much have you spent on weed so far, like without the license? How long would it have taken you to get that $100 that you've spent on weed? So if you want to get it licensed, I don't have insurance. Should be able to apply or not federal, state insurance. Minnesota. I know Michigan has. I've gotten state insurance. That's what I have is through the state, um, through Medicaid. Yeah, Medicaid. Do you not like qualify for Medicaid? But I mean, like, how much do you love weed? Would you like to work with weed? I've been working on 2 ounce of weed slowly since COVID started. Oh, so you've saved your weed. So you've saved it and not had to buy more, so you haven't had the $100 to go get the license. And you haven't spent that much money on 2 ounces. Yeah. Just because I would work with weed. Okay, so they didn't give it to you because you don't qualify with like a drug test. Like they require you to do a drug test because they did that for a little while, was to figure out if it was true that people were just living off the government and smoking weed all day. But I've known like it not to be true. I stocked up on weed. I lost my job. See, that type of, if you apply that onto other things, the same sort of core thing like that, with that method, and applied that to other stuff, kid in the candy store, if I sold weed. Yeah. Yes, that's why I'm afraid to work out like Goodwill. I'm afraid that I would spend my whole paycheck on stuff to turn because I upcycle. And I would just like I would just be like painting furniture and selling it and doing and buying more stuff to sell than I would be able to sell. But I mean, if you really, really love weed and weed is preventing you from doing the stuff you love, I can suggest, I'm not going to tell you what to do. You're going to have to, I'm not, if, unless you want me to just shut up and listen. I've also learned to do that instead of be a problem solver, because I am a big K and I'm a bit like a kind of person that'd be like, let me solve this problem for you. Let me help you out. Weed has made me lazy. So do you like that about you or do you not like that about you? Made you lazy. But you would work for weed. You would work to get weed. I mean, you worked to hoard it. I mean, like when you knew that you wouldn't be having it. I mean, you were like a squirrel getting stuff ready for winter and to supply to last you till you got a new job to buy more weed. I mean, like, as long as it's not preventing you from doing the things that you really, really, really need to do in life, like housing and things like that. I mean, weed's got its own community. I've noticed that. I mean, people are like, it's a niche that there's lots of stuff out there for it. You just preparing ahead. Yeah, you can say anything. I'm all ears. I mean, it sounds like weed is your thing. It sounds like weed is your niche. That thing to work for, that thing that would be long term. Don't go into a short term deal with weed. I mean, if you're going with the tarot cards, go for weed. I mean, learn more about the industry. Learn about there's that dude that sits there and makes like millions of dollars just selling weed. I mean, it's an industry. I mean, the government has realized that people can make money with weed because it's a legit thing. The only reason why it was illegal is because alcohol is mind altering, if you think about it. And weed has been in prescription drugs for so long, and certain prescription drugs for so long, that they're realizing, hey, if we tax this stuff, we can make money and America won't be poor anymore. Yeah, because like American government's going in debt. So like, yeah, they realize how much money they can make with weed. It's a lucrative business. Just find your niche inside the industry of weed. Weed is my niche because kids are 18 plus are unsupervised in life. Um, that's there's a plus and a minus to that. There are some negatives and some positives to being unsupervised. As long as you have healthy supervision, if you've needed healthy supervision in your life, past the age of 18, I would get yourself a person who would care for you while you learn how to take care of yourself, unless you're like autistic, and you need a caregiver. I mean, if you don't, I mean, there's positives and negatives with being unsupervised because this gives you the allowance. America's pluses and minuses with having the freedom and having the, you can do what you want. Here's our laws, and there's those consequences for, if you break our laws, you can do anything within that. I'm lonely. Weed is, oh, you're lonely. That is sad because isolation with COVID is very, very real. And I feel that. I feel that a lot. Divorced and alone. Oh my God, yeah. I just broke up. I had a breakup. I think he broke up with me like permanently. I was taking steps to take care of myself. And well, yeah. So what I did was I just hopped on the dating site and I'm finally finding ones that aren't bots somewhere, just to talk to, just to be on people, just to chat. Interesting. An extra. I've talked to people on dating sites because I was like, you know what? Somehow, I don't know how, but he became my only circle. His family, his friends became our only circle, and my sister somehow became his circle, and now I have to go out, and so I've been trying to go out virtually and find a new circle of friends, and to find, because like he was my support, and I don't know how he became my only support. And my younger me would probably beat me up for being so stupid. Be like, see, this is exactly the reason why we don't get in this situation. We always have a car. We always have money coming in. We always are independent. We don't put ourselves in that situation. We don't isolate ourselves. The younger me would beat me up by now. The date sites I've tried last year were foreigners. Oh, yeah, like Facebook has. I've tried with Facebook dating sites. Don't go with find the free online dating sites, or find the free online social medias going like Instagram. There's community of weed people. The people that are into weed. I mean, you find, like I said, there's a community, a niche, a whole industry. People have a way of life when it comes to 420. Dating site, 420 obsessed people. I've been hitting the X on, but like 420, just one or two people. Because in my life, I don't really have room for it to be a main stage. But if somebody's into 420, I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. But if it's a main stage, it's like all they do. I kind of don't have room for that and what I'm trying to accomplish in my particular path and the direction I'm going. I know there's dark sides to the internet. There are. I mean, avoid snuff films if you can. Yeah. There should be some online dating or just regular social media. Like, it's not really chat rooms. They went to the bots, but, just find what you love. And like, I don't know, there's gotta be an app, a free app. I'm not 20 obsessed. I just smoke it a lot. Smoke it a lot. Yeah. I mean, but yeah, so I know that there's like the site that I was on, there was like a lot of people who are like 420 or die, and like they're, so I know there's lots of people to talk to in the weed community. But yeah, that obsessed. But yeah, I know like my ex's, his family, there's some family members that smoke it all day long. They just hang out and they just smoke. I know some other people that used to just, that's all they used to do. I used to spend like maybe like hour or two of my time hanging out, but then I'd go do my own thing. But yeah, there's people who could just sit there and smoke all day long. And I mean, I'm sure there's got to be some sort of social media of people who do weed. I mean, It's going to, like, hemp industry. I would love to break into the hemp industry. That's the other part of cannabis. They know all the lingo and science of 420, and it's not my thing to make. Oh, okay. An obsession. Ah, yeah, they do. So you don't want somebody who's 420 obsessed. You want just to hang out with just a normal person. Yeah, you can hang out online somewhere, sometime and hang out, talk to people. Um, let's see. I'm trying to think of a social media platform that you and I could talk that's not too, like, personal. I'm not going to give you my phone number, but, I'm 56 male, just to say. Oh, okay. I have no judgment. I don't judge people. That's something that I've been working very hard on. Younger me probably would have judged, but that's younger me who didn't know better, didn't know certain things. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to be stalked. I mean, as much as you're going to know about me is that I live in Michigan and that I have kids because they'll be on the show. Um, that I'm crazy, I'm bipolar, that I broke up with my ex. I vent about my ex on here a lot because I'm still obsessed. And it's. I've been working on not being obsessed with him, but he was for 4 years at least. As I was a homemaker, he was everything that I had. I mean, he was the source of his having a job was whether or not we would have a roof over our head and food in our belly. So I tried to arrange everything around his working schedule, and his needs in order to get to work. So, and now I have my own life, and I'm like, hey, look, I can do stuff that I've always wanted to do. And then I go, oh, wait, what did I want to do? But yeah, I'm taking it in the direction. I'm trying to find money so that when I do realize, hey, this is what I want to do, we can actually do it to provide for the kids, provide for the family. But yeah, I will figure out Instagram. Should be able to find. Let me check to see what my Instagram name is. I think I changed it to the wise one. The fans. It seems to be you could do messaging. Oh, I've got. Oh, that's a cool picture. Now I'm gonna get sucked into Instagram. I've avoided getting sucked into Instagram. The thing is, I want to post on Instagram. I want to post updates, and I wanted to connect to my Instagram, like on, put the link in below. But I'm afraid of getting like sucked in, and my attention needs to be on the here and the now. This needs to be a result, like social media, YouTube needs to be a result of me doing the things that I need to in life. But it's pretty, and it could suck you in, and you can. It's ooh shiny lights, and you can. It's an easy slip into social media that the rest of the stuff goes by and shouldn't. I'm done with my ex-wife. My son still lives with her, and we are polite when I go over there occasionally. I quit social media except for YouTube. I should have a chat forum. Okay, so let me figure out. You'll probably be on here later, or you'll catch my shows are on at 6. I strive for 6 on Monday through Friday, 7 on the weekends. I don't get for this yet, so I just, but I'm on here. Oh, oh, no, okay, that's not a thing. Let's see. So I will be your friend. I will definitely be your friend so that you're not lonely because I understand. I understand the feeling of loneliness. I like yeah, a lot of people like regular schedules. It's a very human thing. I I like creating irregular schedule. I like the power and, you're welcome. No problem. Yeah, I could use friends. I need to open my social circles too, so it'll help. But I come with warnings. I am crazy. I am bipolar, attention deficit disorder, and I am brutally honest occasionally. It's probably how I ended up with an ex. Yeah, but yeah, I will be honest with you. Yeah, I'm, and strive to be a good friend. But yeah, yeah, I have no problem like being friends and stuff. I do have attention deficit disorder. Yeah. Like I was gonna get on here and I was gonna have like regular what we do on Mondays, Sundays, Tuesdays. I put something for Mondays. Oh, excuse me. Doing what we love. Mondays is going to be all about doing what we love. So that because Mondays normally suck. I'm not typical. I'm not typical. I'm too honest. You need it sometimes. I mean, what bites me in the butt is when somebody's like nicey and not honest, and like later you find out otherwise. To something that you like base rudimentally something that you strive to do or action or something, and then they're like just trying to be nice. How did you get into tarot cards? I got into the whole occult thing at like 20, between 17 and 21. Whole witchcraft. I love witchcraft. I did the whole Wicca thing. I think like all young people who go into witchcraft hit that fruitsy, fluffy Wicca. I love it. That's where I took it. My ex-wife lied to my face, not knowing I knew she was full of it. Yeah, I don't know what she was afraid of for, like if she would find out what fear caused her to lie, but lying doesn't work for me. I unless you ask me, I'm like, "Oh, what, you want me to lie to you?" Unless you tell me, "Please lie to me. Please tell me everything's going to be okay," and we're in the middle of dying. Okay, everything's going to be okay. I will probably just tell you the truth otherwise. Wicca, do you consider yourself a good witch? A good healing witch? I consider myself a French witch. I've been told that I am the exception to everything. So no matter what you find out, it seems like I'm some sort of exception. I'm some sort of like they don't really normally do this. You find a way of what's in the norm, you find out what's in the mainstream, you find out a culture that's been established time and time and time again, tradition, and here I am doing something totally different and going with it. I knew she had a boyfriend. Aw, that is sad. Yeah, I was open about with my first husband, yeah. It was my second husband. Second husband. I don't think I cheated on my first husband, but I did cheat on my second husband. I told him, like, I was open about it. He's like, "Well, as long as you come home to me." I'm like, "Okay." I mean, he didn't care. So I was like, "Okay." I didn't cheat on my ex though. This last relationship, I didn't cheat on him. That but we had an open relationship, and I still didn't take any other relations. It's funny though. I had an open so yeah, I'm like, "Hey, I'm interested in somebody else," but I have to do knowing myself and understanding myself was the most empowering thing, and it works for a lot of people. Is like when you're true to yourself and you're honest, and if your partner's not okay with you, like going and having a relation with somebody else, you probably shouldn't have a relation with somebody else if you want to continue the relationship with somebody else. You should like end one and then go off into another relationship. I mean, it makes more sense. If you're not happy with who you're with, you should totally end that before you go on to a new one. I mean, yeah, I'm sorry that happened to you because that's not a good thing, you know. Yeah. I never cheated. Aw, that's good that you never cheated. I mean, for yourself, that builds character of who and what you are, that, you know, that works for you. That's good not to cheat if you could avoid it. Like, I didn't cheat in my last per last relationship. Okay. We are hour and 18 minutes, and I'm gonna have to let you go so that, yeah, that gives me about 8 minutes to get her hiney up. I don't know why she doesn't have an alarm and why she's not getting her own hiney up. So I will work with her. All right. You guys have a wonderful day. Love you guys all. Bye bye. Love you. I will let you guys go. I talk to people and then, yeah.